Is FlexiSpot one of the best standing desks out there? We're going to find out in this video and see if it's actually worth buying. We're going to talk about price, the quality, and how easy it is to assemble. Tony here. We talk art and design tech. Consider subscribing. FlexiSpot sent me their E7 Pro, and just so you know, it's going to be my fully unfiltered, honest opinion. I really can't be paid unless, well, if you have $1 million, I'm not talking to you. Not you. Let's look at price. So the black frame from FlexiSpot comes at $429. They gave me the option to work with the chipboard, which is like a veneer finish. I opted for walnut. There is a cable management mesh in what they sent, as well as a cable tray and an under desk drawer. The fully assembled desk can hold about 440 pounds, making it second only to Uplift's V2 commercial standing desk that can support 750 pounds. The legs are heavy duty and they have this overlapping technology that a lot of standing desks don't have, making the capacity of what it can hold so much more. Sounds pretty impressive. Let's see for ourselves. So when I had everything sent over from FlexiSpot, there were 3 boxes. There was a box for the frame, a box for the cable management, and then there was also a box for the desk. Bear in mind, it is super heavy. So the frame was 75 pounds by itself. If you have someone on hand that can help you, please use them. I tried to Hulk out and I did it by myself. It's definitely possible, but just bear that in mind when you're receiving the package. But one good thing about the desk that they send out is they do have pre-drilled holes in them, so it makes it a lot easier to assemble. Now it should, right? But for me, it took a long time. I don't know what it was, if I was tired or what, but even with the holes, I had a lot of trouble, especially with the expandable frame bottom that they give you. I couldn't get it to line up properly, and yeah. There's also a tool that they package with the frame that's supposed to help you to screw in all the screws that they give you. And I'll just say, if you have a drill on hand, go ahead and use that instead. It takes a lot of time. There's a lot of things to drill in. After getting everything assembled, getting the desk back up on its feet takes a lot of effort. I mean, it's 75 pounds on the base, and then you're adding the weight of the desktop on top of that, and it's considerably a lot heavier. So I would say get someone on hand to help you. When I started to assemble and arrange my desk area, I noticed immediately when I put the walnut Grove Made desk shelf on top of the desk that the walnuts were completely different colors. I mean, the veneered walnut is a lot deeper. So I was like, that sucks. So I ended up swapping out the surface of the desk for something that I found at IKEA. This was actually spurred by a deep dive on Pinterest, and I just saw a combination that I really liked, and I was like, let's go for this. And it really added to my space and matched my style and aesthetic a lot more. It was just too deep, too dark for what I wanted in my space. I went ahead and locked in some settings for the desk as well so that it can automatically go to sitting and standing with the touch of a button. It's very easy to set up. One thing that I know about this desk is that it is optimized for people that are 5 foot all the way up to 6'8", and you can really see that. Even at the very height that I like best for the desk, it can go a little bit higher. It's a little bit uncomfortable for me because I'm definitely not 6'8", but it's nice to know that it can accommodate so many different heights. So I wanted to do a shake test to just really see how sturdy it is. First thing I'm going to push from the very front. I have this water here to kind of show you how shaky it is, and you can tell from the monitor with it being elevated, it is shaking quite a bit as well. I wanted to be careful not to shake it too crazy, and I'm going to try to shake it from the actual ends too. And one thing I noticed is it barely moves. When it's in the seated position, it barely moves, which is also a great sign, but that forward position, you definitely see some wiggle. And then I wanted to even get on top of it because, I mean, I don't think anyone has tried this, so let's just see how it is from here. It's pretty stable, but you can kind of feel that wobble there too. When I take it up a second level, I'm going to take it to the standing position that I would be using the desk at, and immediately I noticed a big difference in how much it was shaking, and even within the legs, how much it was shaking. And from pushing it from the front, you can see it's way more aggressive. This is like an earthquake at this point. You see the water about to be a tsunami. And then when I push from the side, it feels exactly how it felt from the front. So it's not as tense as it was in that lower position. So I don't know how this compares to other desks, but I thought it was just interesting to show you guys how much shake it has in it, and just, to be careful when you're knocking or pushing against this desk, because it will wobble on you quite a bit. Now, I'll never be pushing on the desk. I'll probably be leaning on it, so I don't know how many people will experience this in real life, but I thought it was interesting to show. After getting everything together and assembled, I'm really happy with the desk. I mean, the desk that I had before was a standing desk only, and it was made by a friend of mine. Loved that desk, used it for years, and I knew that it was time for me to get something better for my work day, and this really ticked the box for me. It's very comfortable to use, it's very easy to use, and it really makes me inspired to work. I mean, I'm not just saying that because they sent this. I'm legit. It makes working a lot easier. I know that if I need to sit down or stand, I have those options. I'm not limited to just hunched over a bar stool trying to work through my workday. So it's really nice having the flexibility. When it comes to my workspace, I really don't like to have to think. I like everything to flow very easily, have access to all the tools that I need with very little effort.